Hello friends, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about how to introduce ourselves and others. So, let us start with why it is necessary. Why it is necessary to introduce. So, importance of introduction is, say, in building connections. If you introduce yourself with others, or if you introduce others to somebody, then it builds connections, right? Now we will talk about the tips of making positive first impressions. So first of all, first impression. Set the tone for relationships. If you say talk with others, or if you introduce yourself or others with somebody, then it will set the tone for relationship. It will build a relationship, it will build a connection. Then building connections. Foster communication and trust. Why building connection is necessary? So it will foster communication and trust. Then in professional setting, it will establish credibility and rapport. So all these things means the introducing yourself and others is most necessary thing. So if we talk about the basic principles of introducing yourself and others, so first one is be confident. Speak clearly and with assurance. You know about yourself, so that speak very clearly, and you should be assured of yourself, right? Smile. A friendly expression is welcoming, right? So whenever you are introducing yourself or others, please have a say a little or a say very light smile on your face. Then be concise. Share relevant information without overwhelming. You are meeting somebody for the very first time, so share the relevant information only, and don't be overwhelmed with emotions, right? So be concise. Then maintain eye contact. Maintaining eye contact shows attentiveness and respect. So maintaining eye contact is also very much necessary. So these are some of the basic principles of meeting somebody or introducing yourself and others. So if we talk about introducing yourself first, then in personal setting, state your name first. So you should tell your first name or preferred name, right? Then you should introduce yourself with your role or job title, means what you are doing in the organization, right? If I say that okay, I'm working in Reliance, so in Reliance what I'm doing, right? At which at which place I am working in Reliance, what is my area of work? So one should say the role or a job title. Then the context. Brief mention of how your role is relevant to the conversation. Why you are saying the role to others, right? So context is also necessary. For example, hi, I am Jan Doe, a marketing manager here. I focus on digital strategy. So this is a very short, a very brief introduction, and so that the person in front of you will understand you, will know you, right? So these are some of the basic things. Then let us come to the professional settings. If you are on a professional setting and if you want to introduce yourself, then give the personal information. For example, your first name or a fun fact or interest. I like to play kho or I like to play football, for example. Then setting the tone. Your tone should be very friendly and casual approach, right? So setting the tone. For example, hey, I'm Mike. I love hiking and exploring new cities. How about you? So you can ask them also to introduce themselves, right? So introducing yourself in personal settings and professional settings. Now let us talk about introducing others in personal settings and professional settings. So if you are introducing others in personal settings, then first of all you should give the name of that person. Start with their full name. Then his or her position or role, what they are doing in the organization. Then relevance, why you are giving their introduction, and mention how their role connect to this conversation, right? For example, this is John Smith, our CTO. He leads the teach team here, right? So this is a beginning of a conversation. It begins the conversation. So in personal setting, if you are introducing others, you should say all these things: name, position of roles, and why it is relevant here. Then let's come to the professional setting. Clearly state their name. Context, why you are introducing them. Mention a shared experience or common interest. For example, this is a Sarah. We have been friends since college and she is a fantastic photographer, right? So in professional settings and personal setting, if you are introducing others, you should have these things in mind. Then non-verbal communication. Let's talk about it. Body language, your postures and gestures, and even facial expressions also matter. If I say that okay, she's Sarah, it means that you don't like Sarah, but you are forcefully introducing her. So your body language, your postures, your gestures, and your facial expression matters a lot. Then handshake. A firm but not overpowering handshake should be there, right? So a firm handshake one should do, or say in our culture, namaste is there, so greet them. Then tone of voice. Your tone should be very friendly, clear, and open, right? So if you are saying that okay, he's a John, okay, bye. So it doesn't mean anything, right? So your tone, your voice should be very open, that so that the person in front of you can have the welcoming environment, right? So this was all about non-verbal communication. The mistakes in the introduction one should avoid. First is oversharing. Keep introduction very concise. Your introduction should be very short, right? Not, for example, how was his past, or how was my past, and how means with how much struggle I came here. So the person who is meeting you first time, they will not be say they're not interested in all these things, right? So keep introduction very concise, don't overshare. Then interrupting, let the other person finish speaking, right? Interrupting in between, it's not a welcoming thing. Then not listening, pay attention to others. Introduction for a smoother conversation, right? So what they are saying, this is also necessary, so pay attention to them too. Then forget names. Make an effort to remember names and use them, right? If someone is saying something to you, then remember it, because it means when you say forget the names, it will show that okay, you are not interested at all. So these are some of the mistakes one should avoid. Then final tips. So be genuine. Authenticity creates trust. So that in the very say in on the very first meet, don't say something which is not true, right? So be very genuine, ask questions, so that they'll be able to know that okay, you are interested in that. So show interest in the other person. Then follow up. A brief follow up after introduction builds rapport. So follow up is also necessary. So these are some of the things one should keep in mind when we are talking about talking with somebody, especially when we are introducing ourselves and introducing others. So it was all from my side. Thank you so much.